Hello and welcome to the Useless Stuff Shop. Can you identify either of these fine liqueurs by sight? No? Neither can I. Therein lies a very meme-worthy problem and the genesis of today's project. Please join me. A while back, I thought I was going to class my place up a little bit by putting all my nicely labeled bottles of whiskey into these decorative decanters. And in doing so, I created a bit of a meme-worthy problem for myself. I can't tell them apart now. I like a good whiskey on occasion, but I'm not enough of a connoisseur to really be able to tell them apart. I thought about getting some bottle labels online, but they're too generic. They'll say whiskey, tequila, vodka, whatever. I don't have all those other bottles. I have bottles of whiskey. So I think I'll make my own. And I'm choosing leather for this project since I haven't done a leatherworking project in quite a while. I want to do something like this. Simple little label on a simple leather cord that I can add or replace as the bottles are reused for different flavors and so on. To make the tags, I'm going to use a remnant of 6/7 ounce veg-tan tooling leather. And the easiest way that I know of to get a bunch of consistent small pieces is to use a strap cutter. Even when I'm not making harness or belts or something like that, this thing can be an amazing time saver. And I'll just quickly square up the ends. Trim off the part that isn't tanned so well. Now the length I want is 2.5 inches.
Marky, 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 choppy, 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 choppy.
And we have our lengths. The next thing I'll do is give the corners a little bit of flair by making this little inverse round cutout. To do that, I will first mark the extents of the punch so that I have a visual reference to line the punch with. Otherwise I'll have no hope of having it be anything close to symmetrical. I'm just going to use a 5/16 round punch. And I'll align it at the corner with the two marks that I made. So I'm taking out a 1/4 round chunk. There we have fancy little corners.
Marky, 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 Marky. Punchy, 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 punchy. Punchy, 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 punchy.
Next step is to case these, to moisten the surface a little bit to make it impressionable. And I am going to just trace a little border around the outside, a little further ornamentation. There we go. While these labels are still damp and impressionable, I'm going to go ahead and stamp the lettering. Some of these will have 2 rows. I think most of them will have 2 rows, if not all. So what I'm going to do is mark the faintest line right down the middle of these. Just a very light line. You may not even be able to see it in the video, to help me align the text on the upper row. Now, even with that, these stamps that I got for this project, my leather stamps are, the alpha-numeric characters are just way too large for this. So these are more like 1/4 inch characters. These stamps were really cheap, and after playing around with them a little bit, I've been forced to conclude that the characters aren't centered on the face, and they're actually different sizes. So there's really no way to get any kind of precise alignment with this, and I've just decided to roll with it. I think what I'll do is I'll just let it look a little bit rough and erratic. Maybe even give it a little bit of an industrial feel, since these are kind of an industrial general purpose stamps.
Punchy, 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 punch, punchy, punch, punch, punchy, 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 punch.
Smooth this out a little bit. Or some have more deep impression than the others, and this will also help to remove the guide line that I made in the middle. That's alright. The next task is to punch holes in the corners for the leather cord. So I'm going to just use a hand punch, and I've selected the number 6 hole, the smallest hole, which is just large enough to clear the cord that I have. It's a 1.8mm cord. So I'll make 2 roughly symmetrical holes like this. The next step is to apply an antiquing finish. I'll use this product in dark brown from Phoebing's. I'll apply it pretty heavily, work it into the creases, and wipe off the excess. And that should add a nice, kind of a highlight or low light, if you will, to the text and the decorative crease that I've made. And it'll give it a kind of a weathered, worn, industrial sort of look to it. The reason for applying it heavy is so that it doesn't dry on the front surface and I can wipe it off fairly easily, so that it only remains in the text and the crease that I've made.
Globby, 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 smeary, smeary, wipey, 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 smeary, globby, globby, smeary, wipey, 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 wipey.
Up next is the cord. This is a 1.8mm veg-tan cord, but it feels like it has some other kind of treatment as well, some kind of oil, wax, or something like that to make it soft and supple. Anyway, I am going to cut a length of this, and I'm going to dye it with a light brown oil dye so that it better matches the color of the labels. See, it's a little bit light. In the end, it'll be a little darker than these, but I think that'll be okay.
Choppy, 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 chop the noodle.
To dye the cord, I'm going to use Phoebing's light brown oil dye. And I'm just going to dunk them because it's faster and easier.
Dye the noodle, looks like whole wheat noodle.
As I mentioned, the last step is to oil them. Again, using saddle oil.
Oil the string, oil it up, slippery noodle.
These cords are still pretty dark. Over the next few weeks they'll lighten up quite a bit, so I'm not too worried about that. It's still an alright match aesthetically. So I'll thread each of these through. Get them close to even. And then I'll tie a double square knot. There we go. Like that. Finished label.
Put the string in and put a string out and then tie the knot with the wet noodle and the string and stuff and things.
Now for the fun part. There you have it. Finished whiskey bottle label. Now I can tell what's in it. It's been good to get back in the shop and do a leatherworking project again. It's been quite a while. Too long, I think. And now I can look like a total badass because I can tell what my whiskeys are. And I can say, hey friend, feel like a Duncan Taylor 12? Got some right here. And I can try to act all suave while I try to keep the label out of it. It's been a fun project. Thanks for joining me. Cheers.